I'm recording now.
Record online. The timer has started.
We're recording. We're talking about farts.
Yeah, we're talking about how Dustin doesn't have big farts apparently.
I don't. And if I do, like, it's just a doo-doo stain. Like, I can't help. See, I think this is where the problem lies with this is like the stuff, like, I have to eat certain things to give me good farts. But when I eat them, it's all things that just make you unload in your pants. So it's like, I can't win. I don't trust farts.
Hashtag I can't win due to farts. Like, it's, what? Like, So, this is TravTalks. We're talking to DustinsMC again.
Hello.
Tell them a little bit about what you do, other than your small farts.
Other than my weak farts and crapping my pants, I make YouTube videos on Minecraft, and I can talk about this. Make content for the Minecraft marketplace.
Yeah, last time that
cool.
it looks like March 8th is when I uploaded the last podcast episode that had Dustin in it. You could check that out if you wish, but decided to bring him on again because he's my buddy and we've been friends for a freaking decade or so, at least going on that direction, because I've been doing this for like 7 years, so I know that I'll just say like for almost a decade I've been friends with Dustin. But yeah, he has a Minecraft channel, which is really cool. Like, you're pretty much just inspired by, it's all the same stuff that you said last time, but like, you're pretty much inspired by creativity and just like the idea of just like making something like kind of, I don't know if I like the word is your own, because I know that you have like certain maps and stuff that you copy and like all this, and you can explain it if you want.
Yeah. What Travis is trying to say is like, I don't even know what you're trying to say. I do, but I don't. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but essentially what I do is I do tutorials. Like, I'll build something and I'm like, hey, this is how you do it, and it's like a step-by-step thing. And I haven't recorded a tutorial in quite a while, because a lot has changed since the last time that we've done this. In March, you said March 8th was the last time you uploaded it, so yeah, a lot has changed since then, like a whole lot.
So realistically, we may have even filmed that at the end of February, because I know it took me a little while to upload it, but it may not have been. It may have been like beginning of March, but that's crazy right there. Like, I didn't feel like it's been that long at all.
No, it's absolutely insane. But
yeah, a lot has changed. Like, you've pretty much like did you did like a 180 on life, basically.
Yeah, it's so weird you said that, because I was just gonna say my life has done a complete 180.
And even then, it was you were kind of going through a lot of changes, and I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, there has been a lot of changes. The last time we talked, I mentioned that there was like a big thing going on, and I was under an NDA, and I couldn't talk about it, and it was really hard not to talk about it. But I did tell Trav outside of the recording what that was. And what it was is I joined a team called Project Moonboot with my friends, and they create content for the marketplace. So I can build maps and submit them, and you can like go on Minecraft and purchase these maps and play them. And it's just really cool to me because, making Minecraft tutorials, like, obviously I've done a lot of them, and I've built worlds on, like, I have a series like of like building a city. I'm pretty sure I talked about that in the last one we did. And people are always like, oh, when am I going to get this map? Like, I just want to be able to like download one of your maps and play one of your maps. And to release a download like from something that's on Xbox is a lot harder to do. Whereas like now I can just like finish a city, submit it, it can get put on the marketplace and people can purchase it. So it's pretty cool. It's just a way that people can support the channel and like on a whole nother level. So it's really, really cool. And I put out my first map.
Like
it's been out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like I still gotta kind of catch up on some of that. But what did you call it? Or is it?
It's called the Boardwalk.
Oh, okay. So
and
that was the one you had in your recent video.
Yes.
Very nice. Like I love like whenever you like walked outside of the building and there was like all this other stuff. I was like, okay, like it's like it extends further, and so and it kind of reminded me of what's that spot in like L.A. that's based off of the GTA 5 like Fair. You know, that whole area.
Yeah,
it kind of reminded me of that, which I thought looked really cool.
That's kind of what we were going for, actually, because Brent, my friend that I built it with, is actually from LA or from California. So, like, he, you know, like knew that area
I'm
very
literally
well
only
and
familiar
was
through
able to-
GTA. Like, that's what's funny about
Right.
it. Is like, I feel like I know that area due to GTA 5. Like, it's just weird.
I forget what that area is called. Like, in real life. Santa Monica. It's the Santa Monica Pier. That's what it is. It came to me as I was saying that I didn't know what it was called. But yeah, it's kind of what the map is inspired off of in a way. And I used to live in Florida, and like there was a boardwalk, and it was like the Daytona Beach boardwalk. I lived in Daytona Beach, and there was like a Ferris wheel, and there was like go-karts, and you know, like different things, and it was just like a whole row. Like the whole left side of the boardwalk was nothing but just arcades and places to eat and just things to do. And I kind of wanted that same feel. But actually in the map there are 5 houses, there is a condo, and then like an entire boardwalk that has like a surf shop. There's like little lifeguard huts. There's a lot of detail in the map, and it's a survival spawn. So when you purchase the map, you can only play it in survival, but it's pretty cool. Like we hit a bunch of little stuff around the map. So there's like a chest full of diamonds somewhere, and there's like food hidden around. So it's basically, imagine starting a survival world in Minecraft, but you already have like set up, and it's cool to like you can play with your friends, and everybody can have like a different house, or somebody can live in a condo or whatever, and you can kind of role play it. Like I don't know, it's just kind of what we went for, and I really like the way it turned out, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really all that matters is your own self satisfaction for it.
I'm
like,
pretty proud of it.
So since like all of that, how do you know like if people like downloaded it? And you said anybody can just kind of have it, right?
Right. Now the guy that owns the team, his name is Moonboot Murphy. He is, first of all, I just want to say like a big shout out to him. He is such an awesome, genuine person, and like he has like helped me and my girlfriend like quite a bit actually since I've joined the team with like, you know, like he's given me my pays early and stuff like that. Like he's just a really nice guy. But he within the first like 12 or 24 hours of the release, he gets like a chart where he can check, and he can see how many downloads we have, and like, you know, like he'll update it at the end of every day at a certain time. He'll be like, okay, this is how many downloads you had this day compared to like this day, and it's pretty cool. But he gives us all the stats and stuff like that.
That's really cool. So like, and how long? Pretty much, I mean, that was like March when I uploaded that. So like, how long you been doing this, or that part of it?
Well, I have just recently joined Moonboot whenever we did the first thing. So you figure for like probably from like the middle of March, I think my map came out in May.
Okay, yeah.
Or maybe no, it came out in June. My map came out in June because it was supposed to come out in May. But there was a big event for Minecraft in Sweden where they like announced this whole like Minecraft Earth thing, which is like an augmented reality Minecraft game that's coming to mobile devices. And so there was like a whole thing, and they got really behind because basically how this works is I build a map, I send it over to the team owner, he gives it like a review, and like, he'll go through it and say, okay, like, you know, fix this or add this, and then resubmit it. We submit it, he gives it the okay, then he sends it over to like Mojang, where it goes through initial review by them to see if it's going to pass their standards. Then it goes through what's called cert testing, where basically it can take up to a week, and they go through like every little square inch of that map and make sure that everything is done correctly and that it's going to work on all the platforms that support the marketplace, which is like everything but the PlayStation for some reason. But now that Microsoft and Sony have this partnership going, the Bedrock Edition is actually finally coming to PlayStation. So people on PlayStation can access the marketplace and purchase maps as well. But PlayStation's like almost a whole year behind in updates, which is crazy. But yeah, and then Mojang will actually give us a release date for when our maps are going to come out, and then that's how we go about promoting and stuff like that.
Sounds like it's like there's like a sense of like work to it, but probably work that you like enjoy the heck out of, probably, because I mean you're still technically just like, whenever they tell you to make those changes and everything, it's probably still somewhat fun, I would assume.
Right. Yeah, I mean
there's probably days where you're just like, oh, I gotta do this because I have to. But that's pretty much anybody's hobby that turns into more of like a profession or whatever you want to, more like a job. Then it's like, there's always gonna be those days. But at the end of the day, it's like Minecraft. Like, how could it get in? Like, it's like #blessed. Like that's like probably how you're feeling about it.
The worst thing, honestly. The most frustrating part about it is when you have like something on a sign and it's like an unsupported character in the sign, or like something's misspelled or off by like a letter or whatever. Like they will literally fail a map because of something like that, and then you have to go back in and completely like just to fix one thing. So it's like something that would take maybe 2 or 3 seconds to fix could cost you like another 2 weeks of time before your map comes out. That's honestly the most frustrating part about it, is like, it's better to just try to get it perfect right off the get-go, because if not, like if you have a map fail, because it can take up to 2 weeks after you submit a map before you even get a release date, and to have something fail over something so stupid and then have to go back in, take your 10 seconds to fix it, and then resubmit it and potentially wait another 2 weeks, that sucks. So it's kind of stressful sometimes.
Yeah, I can see how it would be. I mean, that's like, yeah. I think that what you usually remind your audience of is what I can relate to literally the most, I think. I mean, I relate to you in a lot of different ways, but real life stuff is definitely whenever Dustin says, I have a job outside of this. Like, it's literally the one thing that I'm like, I know exactly. It's like, it's not even 100%, 102% is just with you on that. I'm like, man, I know how that is, like, where it's just, like, if you could put all your energy into the YouTube thing, it's like, that's where, obviously, but it's like, but you gotta be realistic, and, I don't know how much you enjoy your retail job. Like, you've given me ideas of like, and even in your video you mentioned something like, it just really sucks. So,
yeah, I mean,
and like with me with Walmart,
good days and
it's
bad
like,
days.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's the same situation, but like, so I relate to you in that way, because you're just like, I got all this stuff in my life and I got my job and I come home and I don't want to make videos like 100% like all the time, like, because I think, us as creators, like, it's just the energy's got to be there. Like, it's just like, at least you want it to be. Sometimes I've done a food review or whatever and I'm just not, like, I even scrapped a review recently, like, just because, like, I'm not even going to upload it, just like, because the item that I was reviewing was just such a simple thing, like, that I was just like, I don't even know, like, how to describe this, and on top of that, I'm just exhausted. Like, it was just one of those, like, I had a day off, but, like, I just felt like, man, I didn't, like, I got enough sleep, but I may have overslept even, and it was just one of those, like, there's never any balance to any of this. It's just, like, I work, like, I come home, and I'm, like, so passionate about, like, videos and all of that, and then it's just, like, but I have to be, the mood's got to be there, and that mood is, like, I don't know, barely, it's rare. Like, it's not, whenever you start making YouTube videos, and, like, this is to anybody that's wanting to start a channel, like, or anything like that, like, just a huge red flag here, like, beware, like, of just like, that's why a lot of people quit, is just because they just get, like, worn out of it, and, like, I have no regrets at all. Like, I love what I do, and I know that you do as well, because, I mean, obviously it's taking you places. I don't know, my whole point with, like, huge tangent was just, like, I relate to you in that way. Every time you ever say that, it's just like, I work this job, and I want to make more time for stuff, but I can't always get there. I feel like, I don't know, your audience, I've always gotten the sense that the DustinsMC audience kind of, they understand. I mean, some of them are probably like, kids or whatever, and they're just like, why can't you make videos daily? Or there's probably going to be some comment at some point. But, it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, like, my fan base does understand the whole thing, but I think it's also because I'm really open about it, Like, I've always been open on my YouTube channel about, like, past relationships or, like, whatever. Like, so this YouTube channel has been, like, the one thing that has honestly stayed consistent for me, regardless of, like, what I've been through. Like, it's something that I've just done. And like, I literally started this channel when I was at a very low point in my life, because for me, looking like and sounding like an idiot talking into a microphone for, at the time, not even 100 people to watch, made me feel better than sitting down and talking to a therapist or talking to anybody else about it. And it just developed into like this thing that now is like a huge part of my life. And yeah, I mean, it has taken me places. Like, I've had opportunities, that I don't think I would have otherwise. Like, if I would have quit a long time ago because I was like, oh, I was just in a relationship and my heart's broken. I don't want to do anything. I just want to throw it all away. Like, I for whatever reason, I just couldn't bring myself to stop the whole YouTube thing. So, yeah. Like, I'm pretty thankful for it.
It's kind of the same with me, where I was, let me see, I was around 18 or 19 whenever I graduated high school, and then, I'm trying to math it out in my head. Math, hashtag math, everyone. Everyone know math? All right, good. I graduated.
Can I just say something about math real quick? Go ahead. Real quick. We don't need numbers and letters together. That is stupid, okay? You're never going to use that unless you're a math teacher. But nobody likes math enough to be a math teacher, let's be honest. If there's a math teacher watching this, I'm so sorry, but math is stupid. I hate it.
There's Dustin being a substitute one day, just like, math is, and you're in a math class. Math is just stupid. Right. We don't need any of this. Erase the board now. No. It just erases everything on it.
The only thing you honestly ever need to know is basic addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Like, it's...
Yeah, because it's like most of the stuff we learn in school, like, when do we actually use it? We really don't. Like,
right.
Science probably more so, because I'd rather learn more about the galaxy and all of that, more so probably than any of it. And all this all the other jazz. I'd rather, like, I always wished that I would have, like, actually took time to, like, being banned and all that, and I never did, just because, like, now that I'm so in tune with, like, I love music, and I love, like, and I'm currently trying to learn more, like, I've been playing bass and a little bit of I gotta get my electric guitar strings replaced, but I've been playing acoustic and all that, and, like, just trying to, like, just make myself learn things that, like, I knew that I was just too, like, just stubborn to learn back in, like, high school and stuff. Whenever I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna play guitar, it's just like, back then you're gonna you're such a different person, like we all are. I feel like, I mean, some people may have just stayed the same, but most of us, I feel like, can agree, like, you just change. And that's what I was gonna say earlier. Was I was 19 when like, that's crazy to me when I think about that, but I started this channel, then I just turned 27. Like, that's it's like just such a big it's such a big number to me. I don't know, it's really freaking, it's terrifying. I'm
gonna be 27 on October 27th. How weird is that?
That's crazy.
It's weird.
But I mean, but yeah, I started the channel, and I know what you mean about, like, it being there for you, because I said that on I did a episode of this podcast where I talked about my 7-year anniversary, and I mentioned that in it, where I'm like, it's just been like, it's kind of like a thread, like a string or something. It's like just threaded out through your life that no matter how many different like ups and downs, like, all through your life, like it's still there. So I've always, like, I think this year, like it took me 7 years in to realize all of that about it, where I'm like, wait a second, this is like the one thing that's been here for me, like, even though it's just literally like the most simple thing that I'm doing, like on YouTube, like,
Right.
but it's always been there, and it always, like I described it in that episode, like I don't think you guys even know like how much it actually means to me, like, because it's there's more to it. It's almost like, I would almost argue it's like in your soul, not even your heart. It's like it's like it's at the core, and I cannot speak right now.
No, I understand completely, and it's cool. Like you brought up the whole guitar thing, and my girlfriend can even like agree, like vouch for me on this. I have been talking about wanting to get a mini Martin acoustic guitar and learning how to play, because like I constantly listen to music, and like I listen to different types of music. Like Machine Gun Kelly is probably one of my favorite artists of all time, if not my favorite artist of all time, and like he just put out this new album called Hotel Diablo. And he has a song in there, Trav, I really think you would like. It's called I Think I'm Okay. And it's more like he's known for rapping, but this is like a pop punk song. Like he actually has Travis Barker from Blink-182 playing the drums on the track. And like it sounds like a Blink-182 song, and it's just so good. And like there's just something about the lyrics that like make me think back to when I was like really stupid like a couple years ago, and I relied heavily on alcohol to like make myself feel better, which was extremely dumb. I don't ever recommend doing that. Like I fell down a very like crappy rabbit hole of just like, oh, I'm just gonna drink a lot of beer and liquor and feel like really good temporarily, and it's just it was bad.
Yeah,
not a good
I think
time.
a lot of people need to understand, any heavy drinkers, drug people, whatever, like anybody out there, that might be listening, like it's always the temporary things that we realize like we don't need because of that. Like it's a temporary, a lot, because most of life is unfortunately is like it's a temporary,
exactly.
I guess we'll call it temporary high, like whenever you like do all that kind of stuff, like it's. And I think when you tap into like, well, this is just something that I constantly need, and at the end of the day, like whenever you have a hangover next day and all that kind of stuff, it's like you realize you don't really need it.
Like I mean, for me too, it was like it wasn't even that. Like a lot of people when they drink, at least a lot of people that I know, usually something had to happen like very traumatic for them to be like, oh, like maybe I need to stop, or like they need to like lose everything, and before they realize like, okay, maybe alcohol's a problem. For me, it was just kind of like I had that moment of clarity of like, what the hell, like this is stupid, because like I drink, I feel good, I go to sleep, I wake up, and then like I was self-destructive. Like it was just like, it was alcohol. It was just constantly just like, I would literally, dude, I'd wake up, I would start drinking at some point, and it would just be an all night thing, to the point that I'd come home, I'd go to bed, I'd wake up, I'd drink. And it was like, I missed out on so much. Like I wouldn't hang out with people. Like I wouldn't go do anything. It sucked. And I was also like, again, I was really depressed because like a lot of things happened between me and my dad at this point in time. Cause like when I first moved back up here from Florida, I moved in with my dad, and like we didn't necessarily like, and still really aren't, like we don't have the best relationship, but like we can get along really well when we need to, type of thing. It's kind of weird, and it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's been like that my whole life. And like I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't have my driver's license, I didn't have a job, and it was just like I was miserable. And like I went out the night that I moved back from my dad's back into my mom's, I like went out and I got drunk. Fun fact, the night that I did that, I actually ran in to the girl that I'm dating now.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, and I want to address this on here, and I told you this when we kind of like had our little catch-up talk.
Little pre-discussion.
We did have a pre-discussion, and I'm actually going to make a video about this on my channel probably tomorrow. It's something that I want to talk about because I put out an update video technically yesterday, today, whatever.
Literally the next thing I was going to ask you was like, let's dive into your personal life about things that you wish to discuss.
Right. So like this actually ties into the whole like how things have changed over the past few months. I moved out. I live with my girlfriend in a big house. It's kind of scary. It's old and it creaks. It scares the crap out of me sometimes. With 2 dogs, now 2 cats. We just got a kitten like 3 or 4 days ago. And her name is Kit Kat. My girlfriend named her. It's a cute name. She's just a little baby kitten, and I love her to death. Just not when she poops on our bed. That's not okay. That was not okay.
We don't even let our cats into the bed because it's just they always roam around and never sleep.
Right. That's how the kitten is, dude. Like, she's like running around like on my back, on my girlfriend's back, and she would like lick my ear, like lick her nose, like lick her mouth.
You ever had a kitten bite your beard? It's freaking insane. I hate it. Like, I don't know how much, I know that you had a big beard a while back. I don't know where you're at with it now, but
I'm growing it back out.
I just recently kind of like got it trimmed when I got my haircut. So, but I'm planning to grow it back. But anyway, whenever we got Selena, she just like, I didn't expect her to do it the few times that she did. Like she crawled up my chest, and I thought, oh, this is kind of cute. I thought she was gonna kind of like put her head, like, like rub her head on my chin or whatever. And I just feel like whole hairs being just pulled out, and I just like, I just was like, and I just never would let her like near my like chin ever again. But it's just crazy what cats will do.
To all my fellow bearded friends out there, it hurts when your beard hair catches and stuff.
Oh, it really
does.
The
worst experience I've probably ever had, like through my work. I'm not going to discuss where I work just because, but like at my job, just know that like I wear comfortable workout clothes and it's awesome. I don't have to wear stupid clothes like a uniform. We got jackets for our like uniform. Our uniform changes every 3 months, and then like every 6 months I get like 2 shirts, a jacket, 2 pairs of pants or 2 pairs of shorts, and a pair of shoes, like for nothing. It's pretty freaking insane. But we had jackets, and my beard was pretty long, and I zipped my jacket up, and my beard hair got caught, and I didn't know this.
No.
And I unzipped, and it yanked like probably like 3 fingers worth, like what you could grab with like your thumb, your pointer, and your like middle finger, like out of my face. And it was like, and it wasn't just like the hairs like on my chin, it was like down underneath, like like that soft part going like where it connects to your neck, right there. Just yanked it right out. Absolute worst facial pain I've ever felt in my life.
You're just like, I'm gonna take my break right now. I had to sell.
Like I bled. Like it literally, like I bled. It would like just ripped straight out.
Yeah, that's the roots coming out is what that is.
One of the stupidest comments I've ever received in my life was on a video where I had my face, like it was me talking to the camera, you could see my face, and somebody literally commented on that video and asked me if I was ever going to do a face reveal, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like your face is on there.
Right, it's almost like they didn't believe it was me. Like they literally thought it was somebody else.
It's probably some form of like, I'm going to use this video to like troll him. Like it's like face reveal.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I thought that too, and I was like, is this dude serious, or is it like, is he just being an idiot on purpose? And I don't know. I still don't know to this day. I've never seen another comment from this person in my life.
It's probably just a pass buyer. I got a comment from a guy the other day that just called user, and it made me laugh really hard. Like, he's just user with all lowercase.
Just user.
I'm just a user.
That's funny. That's
or
so
he's saying,
funny. I just want everybody to know, if you guys do watch my videos, I may not respond to every comment, but I read every comment. And back we Travis, we've been getting off topic. We suck.
We
That's
really
okay.
have, yeah, I know.
That's the fun in all this, though. Like, I like it. Back to like the whole like my girlfriend thing. I mentioned in my update video that I have 2 kids, and it is just causing a frenzy in my comment section. And Travis literally brought that up to me before we started record, like earlier today.
Yeah, I texted
way
you
earlier.
at work. I was like, I said, oh, how did I even say it? I don't remember. I guess I could look, but like Dustin's video, like you said, like I now have a girlfriend. With like you worded it like where it is the truth. You didn't say like I had 2 kids. You said like with 2 kids in the house or something like that. That was very like and like I know better. Like in my brain, it's like I know that he obviously did not pump out two like how old are they anyway?
3 and 6. Okay, the boy's 6, the girl is 3. Coming up, like 4 or 5
but
months
not
now,
long enough to have a free 6-year-old. So it's like so it's just funny, you know, and that's just YouTube, that's the internet. The like whenever you word stuff a certain way, it can seem like, you know, and I just started laughing because like I usually a lot of times I don't even care about reading comments. Like I'll read my own, but a lot of videos like I'll watch and I just pass by, or I watch it on the TV on Xbox and I don't even get to really see the comments. But this time I was like, what are going to be the comments? Because Dustin is obviously opening up about like his life outside of this. So I just so like almost all of them were like, wait, you're a dad? I didn't know this. Like, you know, it's like well, technically, you know, so it's interesting.
Yeah. I'll explain it here. Also, like I said a million times now, I tend to repeat myself. I'm making a YouTube video, like more in depth about it for my channel. Just like a side note here, like my girlfriend has 2 kids, has had 2 kids before her and I got together, and I don't want people to think that she's just like some random girl that I'm dating with 2 kids. I literally told Travis this before we recorded. Like, she was my high school sweetheart. I have known this girl for probably the past 12 or 13 years. Like, we dated from like my freshman year in high school. We graduated together. Like, I've literally known this girl basically almost my entire life. And, you know, like in between the 8 years we were broken up, she had 2 kids and we just ended up back together. So when I moved in and we started dating, you know, because she has 2 kids, like I'm a stepdad. So it's like, you know, that's what I say. But like, I honestly, her and the kids, I'm not going to talk about like detail or what, but her and the kids have had not the greatest past. Oh my god, my pop filter just failed, so you're gonna hear a nice poof twice now, Travis, just so you know.
Okay.
But yeah, they kind of had a rough past, and you know, like I come in and I like stepped up, and I had to, because like it wouldn't be fair for me to date her and then, you know, like treat the kids like they're not mine, you know, like even though they're not biologically mine, they're mine. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. You know, like I have to step up and be like the father figure in her life. By the way, figure. People give me crap for the way I say certain things, because like if I say figure, they're like, no, you say figure. That sounds weird. That sounded almost racist. I'm sorry. I have to be the father figure. You know what I'm saying? No, I have to be like the dad in their life. Why didn't I just say that the first time? Now I just sounded like a racist, bumbling idiot. And people are definitely gonna take that like I said the N-word. I definitely did not.
Nah.
Okay. I just want you to know.
My audience are nice. They're not gonna say anything.
Good.
But now that I've acknowledged it, maybe just they'd probably make a joke about like how that went on like that. But right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, lots changed, and like, you know, that's definitely something that I'll admit. I'm not even gonna lie, Dustin. I was a little like, I'm not saying like any of it's a negative thing, but it's a positive thing. But like, I definitely would have never thought that you would have been, I guess, comfortable with that sort of life, but
Right.
I'm
You know,
understanding that, like, well, that it's more than worth it, obviously. Like,
right.
but yeah, it's very interesting, and it's very, like, obviously very personal.
It is. And it's like I so badly like want to, like I said, I've always been very open on my YouTube channel, but it's a different thing to talk about that when there's kids involved, just because I know how people on the internet can be. Like, people are heartless. And if it involves kids, like, you never know what they could say. And it's not that, like, like, people can say whatever they want about me. That's fine. Like, there's literally nothing anybody can say that, like, I haven't already heard, either in person or through YouTube comments. But, like, for somebody to be ignorant about two younger kids, like, I essentially have a 3-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. Like, they can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? Like, for people to come on there and be ignorant, and, like, for my girlfriend to see something like that, like, I like think the last thing she wants to see is somebody bashing her kids, or making ignorant comments about her kids. Like, I'm not saying that my audience would do that, but, like,
Oh yeah,
like,
but you never know
people
about the
stumble
past
across
buyers. Yeah.
videos, right? Like, my videos get recommended to people all the time, and, like, and it tells me that, right, when I check my YouTube analytics. Like, most of my views, like, come from recommendations. And it's just like, it's just a fear of mine, because it's like, that is
Yeah, you don't want to make
a
them
part of
or
my
her
life.
uncomfortable by being like, "Oh,
Right.
this they said this about,
Right. And, like, my son, he loves Minecraft, loves it. And, like, he just thinks that, like, me building stuff and, like, building maps is, it to him, it is the most insane thing in the world. And, like, it's cool. Like, it's really cool, that, like, him and I can share the same type of passion. And, like, I tell my girlfriend all the time, like, he's very creative. That kid, like, I have literally watched his progression through Minecraft. Like, I have worlds that he made on my Xbox that, like, like, I started watching him play where he couldn't even open the menu. To this kid's building houses. He literally built Five Nights at Freddy statues
nice.
because he likes Five Nights at Freddy. He's 6. Like, yeah, they weren't super detailed, but you can look at him and be like, holy crap, like, I know what he's doing here.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he's just very creative, and he just likes games. And, like, I've told my girlfriend, I was like, like, I don't ever want this to be taken away from him, because, like, we're in an age now, and, like, this generation of people where, like, this is normal. Like, it's normal to, like, want to, like, play video games and make money doing it. Where back when we started, like, people were like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're insane. Go get a job, you loser. It's like nobody understood. And that's like, that's like the whole thing with the marketplace too. Is, I'm gonna be honest, you can make a lot of money off the marketplace. A lot of money. Like, thousands of dollars a month. And it's crazy. Like, my friend Brent literally makes more money monthly than some people do in a year at a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah. Like, that's
It's
kind
crazy.
of the dream right there, is just getting to a point where you're just
Mm-hmm.
like, I can do this and not actually work a real job, and that's, everybody's got those, like, I call them pipe dreams. Like, obviously, you always believe in your pipe dreams. Like, if you feel like
Right.
that you can achieve it, even if you don't believe it, like, then it's like you should, because it like, in this day and age, it is a lot different than it used to be, where
It
you
is.
can. There's plenty of people do it. People, like, whenever I realized, like, Twitch streamers, like, they make money off of that. Like, I never would have thought way
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, 5 or 6 years ago, that, like, oh, streaming would become, like, because it was always YouTube that was, like, the big, like, let's plays and, like, all of this. And now a lot of people that used to do, like, a lot of gaming on YouTube have pretty much switched to like, Twitch or Mixer, and they make money off of it, and it's insane. Like, to me, that's like, I mean,
Right.
yeah, you gotta kind of be ready, and, like, you probably get you get yourself to a point where it's, like, very forced. But I mean, but then again, that's literally any job. Like, it
It is.
depends on what you want to settle with, and it's like, for me, it's like, being any form of entertainer for a living. That's like, that right there is everything. Like, that's definitely, like, my dream. is just like
yeah.
entertainment in general is always what I gravitated towards my whole life. Obviously, if it wasn't for even Minecraft being a game, like, you know, like for you, it's like you wouldn't even be where you're at. So it's very interesting.
And here's the coolest thing about the marketplace is like you can build a map and put it out, and then say like, you don't put out a map for 2 months, you're still going to get paid every month off that map as long as it sells, because it's just continuation pay. So it's like one of those things. It's like the more maps you do, eventually the more money you're going to make. And it is like, it's a goal of mine to be able to do it full time. Like, just to be able to like look those people in the face that doubted me and like, oh, you're never going to make money playing video games, and just be like, look, I'm driving a brand new BMW i8, like you're in your little fucking 1994 Toyota Camry, like get off me. I would never buy that car, by the way. I'm just saying.
you just made up a car basically.
A BMW i8 is a real car. It's over $100,000.
Oh god.
The day I ever buy a car over $100,000 is probably the day that my girlfriend would leave me.
The thing is with new cars and all that, I've always thought of it as overrated, because I'd rather just I have a 2014, but like that's not really new anymore, quote unquote, and like I'd rather have a cheaper car so that I could spend my money in other ways. Like, even if I was a millionaire, I think I'd be the type of guy like to not. I mean, I don't know, buy like a Corvette or something, but like something in me would be like, no, just stay the like poor, humble guy, like, but have all this money. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I would still want just all these very small things, because like car payments are the worst anyway.
They suck.
Like, really,
they suck.
Like, so I can't even imagine having something like newer to deal with.
I have a car payment, and I hate it. I love my car.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I have a car payment because I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I was 26 with, like, no car, like, with a job. You know, like, I can't live at home forever. I can't have my parents drive me back and forth to work forever. Like, I had to get a car. And I have a 2018 Hyundai Elantra, and I love it. I love my car. It's nice. It's fast. It sounds good. It's white and black. It looks like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, I remember you saying
it makes
that.
Me happy.
My little stormtrooper.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like my little stormtrooper. And it's like, I love my car, and then on the 21st of every month, when my car payment rolls around, I hate my car. Because like, okay, like there we go. Here's $360 on the 21st of every single month for the next 5 years of my life, which actually coming up in September, I would have my car for a whole year. So I only have 4 years worth of payments on it, and that makes me happy. It makes me happy. But no, like, honestly, like with this whole marketplace thing, like my whole plan is like, and it's funny because all my friends in the group are like, oh, like, I'm going to go buy this Audi R8. And it's like, oh, I'm going to go buy this Corvette. And it's just like, I'm going to just pay off my card and my credit card debt. And then just like,
yeah, that was kind of the point I was making earlier, is like, if I became a millionaire right now, it would just be like, all right, just pay that off. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Like, I would pay off so many things like right away.
I honestly think, like, if it ever come down to the point where I was making insane money and like that, like I would pay off my girlfriend's debt. I would pay off my debt. I would just like, then I would just put like a nice down payment down on like a dream house, and just, you know, like just live out my life.
Simple
like,
life.
I don't need a $90,000 car. I don't need like
a house with like 5 stories, like, and all of that.
Right.
You know.
Right. Like, no, like, oh man, all I ask for is like, I have my bedroom, like, where me and my girlfriend can sleep and like sleep. And then like, I just want a room where I can just sit down and just kind of unwind and just like play video games. I'm trying to be serious.
I know you are. I know, but like, I just really like, it was like breaks sound effects because you stopped for way too long. You're like, and sleep. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, even if you were trying to think of something that wasn't dirty, Like,
sexual.
Even if you were trying to think of something that wasn't, I just want to know what that was. Like, that's my whole thing is, like, where was your thoughts going?
You want to know?
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. It actually wasn't 30. I was gonna say like sleep and like watch Netflix.
Yeah, that's kind of like where my brain was going, but it's like, but why did he stop?
But here's the thing: is like when I was gonna say like watch Netflix, my brain took it a step further, and it's like Netflix and chill. Like, come on, we all know like when you're in the bedroom with your significant other and you put on Netflix, y'all not watching Netflix. Let's be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we actually have something to learn.
Except for my girlfriend and I, we actually do watch Netflix.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. It's like you know, it's just so much watching, actually.
Right. We finished Stranger Things, which is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I just want to say, screw you guys who hated on that show before it got popular, okay?
Yeah, because it's been great since episode 1. Like, I don't... and it only got better.
It has. I heard a lot about it when, like, it first came out. Like, not...
Yeah, me too.
Like,
it was, like, Stranger Things.
Mainstream is what it was.
Yeah, it was, like, it really hit... It was, like, trending when it first came out, basically.
I watched it within, like, the first week of its release, and I've been hooked ever since. And I got my girlfriend into it, and we watched it. And Travis, did you finish season 3? Yes, we did. Okay, you guys finished it.
Yes.
All right. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, man to man, and I want to know the truth.
Did I cry?
At the note. You know about the note.
I
can't be the only one.
I did get emotional. I think that we're in for a just really and really, really good season 4 because of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
Definitely.
Because another wink wink moment. They didn't show it. There we go. That's how you word it.
But they showed everybody else getting it.
Yeah, I actually in September 7th or 8th, we're going to this Arkansas Comic-Con, and he's going to be there.
Bob?
Yes. Sean Astin. He's also in Lord of the Rings. Unfortunately, he's autograph only, so I really wish he would, like, allow us to have a selfie, but everybody else is pretty much, like, it shows, like, it has, like, the person, the picture, and what they've been in, and, like, this guy, you can get an autograph, here's the price, and Kevin Conroy is going to be there, the voice of the animated Batman, yes, even though I really want to meet Kevin Conroy, I also am like, man, I wish it was Mark Hamill. But yes. Like, dude, I gotta meet Luke Skywalker / Joker. Like, I gotta meet that guy. Like, and he's like one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite just celebrities, if not people ever. Like
his Joker,
the best Joker
is iconic.
Like, it's the best Joker.
The best.
People, I don't know. I kind of like to be snobby about it sometimes, where people are like, so, like, Heath Ledger or, like, like, doing the
Mark Hamill.
Well, no. I mean, like, they don't know. They're the people that don't know any better. They're like, so, like, Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson? Like, who's the best Joker? I'm like, Mark Hamill's the best Joker. Like, because when I read a Batman comic, his voice is what I hear. That means he's the best.
Right.
Like,
if I look at a picture of the Joker, if you guys don't, like, have never heard his voice and you're living under a rock, if you are avid video game players, check out the Batman Arkham series, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Yes. The Joker is voiced by Mark Hamill. The laugh, like, just...
There we go. It's my best impression.
You did that. Don't... I ain't going to sleep tonight. But, like... If you guys have never played those games, like, I believe it's Arkham City. Yeah, Arkham Asylum was first.
Arkham Knight was fantastic.
Like, Arkham Knight was great. But Arkham Asylum, if you guys don't know, like, the Joker injects himself with this stuff called Titan and turns into, like, this big mutant. He, like, hulks out and it's crazy. So then, like, where Arkham City picks up, he's, like, dying. Like, the Joker's essentially dying, and he needs like Batman's blood to like.
Yeah, that was like a really good story and really intense because it was so like personal between them, which made it good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And like his voice when he's like sick and like coughing, and he can just do the laugh and like that raspiness, and it's just like,
this stuff is killing me.
He is
like,
the
that's
best
my
Joker.
Favorite line right there, and he's like, and he pushes him out the window, and he's like, "I'll be in touch." And you've probably seen it, but there's like a clip of Mark Hamill doing that line just in front of the microphone. He like goes into like a coughing fit, but in the middle of his coughing, he's also like cackling and laughing. It's fantastic.
Link it. Link the video in the description of this video.
Yeah, there we go. There's Mark Hamill doing the voice of Joker.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's fantastic.
And another underrated one, which is my favorite Batman movie, I think, other than The Dark Knight, is the Mask of the Phantasm. Which I don't know. I may have mentioned to you before, and I think you still had said like, "Oh, you hadn't seen it," but like watch. And this is for everybody. Like this movie, Batman with the Mask of the Phantasm, got a theatrical release in the early '90s. Like, because the animated show was like really hitting it off, which is fantastic. I still gotta buy that Blu-ray. I've been meaning to buy the Blu-ray of the entire, because they got the Blu-ray of it now, of the entire animated series. This was the movie for that, and it actually got a theatrical release. And it's like, it's so like, it's not for kids. Like, it's like, and the series never really was. I mean, it was.
Can you find that where you work? Because we don't have that at our Walmart.
I bought it off Amazon, dude. Like, it's not.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, just.
It's good to know.
But yeah, that is like one of my. I would actually argue that's like one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's an animated movie.
This past week, because like you approached me about wanting to do this, and I wanted to so bad, but I literally worked Monday through Friday, and with working in retail and like back to school shopping, like it was hectic, and I was just like so just exhausted and so beat, and I still am. It's like, yeah, I'm off like Saturday and Sunday, and it's just like my days off aren't even like days off, because these are just days of just me catching up, just to go back next week and do it all over again. And it's just like, you know, it's hard, man, and that just makes the whole like YouTube thing that much harder. And it's like people don't understand, and that's why I'm always like, listen, like I have a real job, and it's like, you know, yeah, sure, you know, I may work at like 5 a.m. one day and get off at 1 or 2 p.m., but like the last thing I want to do is come home and like sit down and record an hour-long tutorial.
Yeah,
like, no,
whenever
like,
you have like,
I want to spend time with my
exactly.
family.
That's what I was about to say. Whenever, because me balancing time with Ashley is always hectic too, because our work schedules lately have been opposite. Like when I have a day off, she has to work. Like for instance, this coming week I have 2 days off in a row, and I haven't had 2 days off in a row in like maybe 3, probably almost a month now. I've only had like 1 day off. Like I told you, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm going back Monday. So it's like, you know, it's just been that kind of struggle lately where I'm like, well, because there's always this thing of like, once I record a video, like, it's recorded. That half the work is already done.
Right.
But like taking the time to be like, okay, come in here in my studio. Sometimes I'll even edit like out there on the couch or whatever, just to literally spend time with her. Like, you know, and a lot of people, and I can understand too, a lot of people that are single, like, I don't expect everybody to like understand how much time, you know, gets thrown into like stuff like that. But with me and her, with our schedules being opposite, like, those 2 days I have this week, like, I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday, and she works on Wednesday, and that's what it's been like lately, where it's like, even when I do get an extended time off, like, half of it's cut, you know, our time is cut in half.
Right.
So Tuesday would probably literally be like, I'm not doing anything except for what me and her both mutually want to do, which is go do something, or even if it's just like sitting at home watching stuff or whatever. Like, then, you know, it takes up time, and like that, you know, that's just life. Like, that's what, you know, people need to understand.
And it's just like, my girlfriend Trista, she has Mondays and Tuesdays off. Now, she's a manager at her job. She works like anywhere between 10 to 12 hour shifts. like Wednesday through Sunday, and then she's off Monday, Tuesday, and it's just like, you know, like because I worked Monday through Friday, like even on like I would come home and like Monday we're like, hey, like we're gonna go like do this, and then like, you know, just to spend time together, and it's like, you know, it's just, it's so hard sometimes. Like it's very rarely that her and I have a day off together. Like now I am off Tuesday this upcoming week, and she normally has Mondays and Tuesdays off, but she had to request a day off in the towards the end of the week because our son has orientation. He's going into first grade, so you know, like she needs that day off to be able to go do that with him, and like I'm leaving work an hour early to go do that with them, like together. And it's just like, you know, like because I have off Tuesday, but because she has to take a day off, she might end up working Tuesday, and if she works Tuesday, she's gonna leave at 9 in the morning. She's not gonna be home until like 9:30 at night. So by the time she comes home, we eat, you know, shower, whatever, and it's like we go to bed, and it's wake up and repeat. So like really the only time her and I ever really spend together is at night when we're laying in bed, and it sucks. So that's why like sometimes even on my days off I just can't come home and record. It's because like you know, I gotta spend time with her and gotta spend time with the kids. It's like, you know, YouTube is pushed back, and you know, like they come first.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. I mean, it's
that.
like
right,
because you know, like we don't we don't need to like let like stuff like that get in the way of more important things.
Right.
You know, even though we love what we do, like, and we want to grind out, like it, you know, in our hearts, it's like we want to be doing videos like all the time and everything, but it's just like to keep up a schedule is unrealistic.
It's tough. And another thing too, like you have a bad day at work, like I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna come home and like sit down in front of my microphone and put on a front to record a YouTube
I'm not gonna
video
fake the day,
because it's fake. Right now, like I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna spend time with her and with the kids and like do something that's gonna take my mind off having that crappy day and do something fun and making it something good, you know. And I think that's what it's about to me, man. Like, I'm a family man now. It's weird. It's weird to say, and like to touch back on when you said like you couldn't ever picture me being like comfortable with the situation I'm in, and it's like it might honestly be different if I haven't known Trista for like the last 12 or 13 years. And like, I've always had love for this girl, you know, like she was my first real love. Like my first serious relationship lasted 4 years, which is a long time to be with somebody, you know, as a freshman in high school. It's crazy. And we've always just kind of had like a really mature relationship, and it just like carried over after all these years. And we just, you know, ended up back in each other's lives, you know, obviously with kids now, but like,
basically just like, you know what, like, let's just give this a shot, you know what I mean? It's like, it's because why not? It's exactly like whenever, you know, you get along and everything. Like with me and Ashley, like I'm actually, sometimes I have to like pinch myself. I'm like, wait, how? Because like we're going on, oh, she's gonna kill me if I forget. Going on, dude, like freaking September, actually next month, that's 3 years, so holy moly. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, like, we get along, just, I don't even know how it happens, because, like, you know, we have, you know, different kind of minds and everything, and it's just, like, weird how I'm like, how do I...
Opposites attract.
It's kind of like... You know, but we're also the same in a lot of ways, so it's like a perfect balance, and maybe that perfect balance is the reason where it's just like kind of like what you're saying with her is like y'all have known each other for a really long time, so it's almost like it's fate, and that's kind of like how I feel in my situation. Is like this just feels like I honestly wish I would have known Ashley a long time ago, but what's kind of weird and creepy about it, but in a good way, is we've me and her, and I don't know if I ever told you this, I don't remember if I even mentioned it maybe in the other episode, and I maybe have cut it out or something, but we have we haven't known each other, but we've been physically like near each other our whole lives, because where I used to live growing up, she lived really close by. And then whenever I lived with my mom, like, a few years ago, she apparently was staying, like, with her dad, and, like, he was, like, really close by, too, in town. It's just this weird, and, like, I found out that,
so weird.
there was, like, a a Heart concert that me and my dad and like Ryan and everybody went to, and I think that was 2009, and she was there. Like, who knows? I may have bumped into her and didn't even, and like obviously I wouldn't have known because I didn't know her, but like it's insane like how connected our lives, so many things that like connect together that makes it a small world, and like like a lot of stuff like that just is like fate.
Like you mentioned in the last one too, like you and I have been friends for almost a decade. And like before you met Ashley babysitted kids who watched my videos, so Ashley like knew about me but didn't know that you and I were friends. And then like when you and Ashley dated, and you're like, oh, my friend Dustin, and she's like, what the heck?
Yeah, because like
he sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I think I just like I put on one of your videos or something, like, wait a second, I think this is the guy that this one kid, that she babysitted was watching, and I'm just like, and she like found out that it was for sure, and I'm like, that is so weird. Crazy.
Like doing the whole marketplace thing is like, there's people that play Minecraft that like don't even know who the hell I am. Like that, like to them I don't exist, you know what I mean? Like I'm just some stupid Minecraft channel. But like obviously like you advertise yourself on the map, like, oh, youtube.com/DustinsMC or built by @DustinsMC on Twitter, and like people like see that and they're like, all right, like I like this, let me look this guy up. And I've gained more subscribers not uploading over the last month, because it's been almost a month since I uploaded, other than like my most recent videos. Yeah, and it's like people that are finding me through this. So it's like, like just when you think like, okay, like I really can't promote anymore, like you can always find a way to like keep building a channel. And like just the fact that like I put out a map of a boardwalk and then people subscribe to me because of it, like that didn't even watch my videos in the past. They literally just see a sign in Minecraft with my name on it and they're like, oh, like this guy's like, he's pretty freaking cool.
The way you said that, he's pretty freaking cool.
I would imagine that's how they would call me cool.
This guy's pretty cool. Watch DustinsMC. Like, it's just some kid like with glasses, like pushing them up all the time because they're too big for space.
That'd be awesome. If you are one of my fans and you have glasses that are too big for your face and you push them up all the time, I like it.
Watch somebody be like, I'm that kid. Like, he's got like he's like God, spitting. He's got like braces. He's too young to even be on YouTube. But what else can we talk about that's like to kind of start to boil it down, wrap it up? Even though I'm sad to say that it's been over an hour. For us anyway,
it's been an hour.
Like all I know is last time we went on for 2 hours almost, and like I was like, this sucks to edit. Like it was like, and I had a lot of audio issues with that one. It was kind of funny. Dustin sent me his audio, and it was just like, it got so loud and so quiet. And with Adobe, I mean, you can't just be like, okay, this whole piece of audio, this whole bar of audio, like you can't just be like, okay, fix it in one move. You gotta like, as I went, I just edited, like I just kept cutting it and trying to adjust. But at the end of the day, it ended up being a great episode, and I don't know how it ended up turning out like where it all sounds really good and even.
It turned out so good.
But
I got a new microphone though. So it actually probably sounds a lot better too. I'm sure you guys will notice a big quality difference between like last episode and this one. It better, because this microphone was freaking expensive.
Oh, and by the way, this is way off topic, and I'm almost regretting even starting to say this because I know it sounds stupid. But to all the bearded folks out there, like you said earlier, you were like, call out to the bearded people. Like, number one, stop shaving it, grow it out. What are you doing? Like, grow it out. Number two, buy beard oil so that you quit complaining about the itch. Because everyone's like, I shave because it itches too bad. Like, beard oil will literally, like, I've done all, and I'm not saying I'm a beard expert, but I don't know if Dustin, if you do this, but I'm subscribed to a few beard channels. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I actually learned more about beards through YouTube than anything. And like, I watch all these guys. I don't know if you've ever seen. You probably have, but BeardTube. He's like this bigger guy with the black long beard. That guy's beard is like, that dude is a Viking. He looks like a freaking, like he could put on the armor and everything, and I would literally believe he is a Viking from a long time ago. Beard oil beard wash. Stop using regular shampoo on it. It ruins it. Use beard wash. Use beard oil. Amen. Anyway, what?
Yes. The worst part about the beard, and I'm sure you can agree with me on this, all right? I'm a side sleeper.
I am too.
So when my mustache gets real long and like you lay down a certain way and like dig your face in the pillow and your hairs go up and tickle the inside of your nose, the worst.
Yeah, and you wake up and it's just one side of your mustache is just literally bent the other way, and it's like, and those are the days where you're like, I think I'm gonna shave tonight. Ignore those thoughts. Ignore them. Because
keep the beard.
Like, one guy, if you want length, this is what someone said on YouTube that has always sat with me perfectly, is you cannot trim your way to a long beard. Like, these people that believe you keep shaving, new hairs in spaces on your face, new hairs, like, will grow.
It does not grow back thicker.
It will not grow back thicker. Like, your beard is naturally your beard. Now, can you enhance your beard? Can you make it look better? Yes. Drink water.
Yes.
Freaking, what else is there? Like, beard oil and all that.
Yes.
The thing about Dustin is I know that I can trust him to put on a good show, but it's not really like that. It's not like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invite you on and like you're gonna lead this. Like, because every time we've ever talked, like, there's always such good conversation that there's probably been a thought in my past whenever we just talked on Xbox, like, man, I wish I had just some way to record what we're talking about. And it's like, in a way, that's what it is now. Like, when me and Ryan do this, it's literally, that is how me and Ryan just talk. Like, and I think there's something really cool and really laid back about that, and like that's kind of why the podcast is what it is. I remember when I decided, like, okay, weekly, like, I want to do this like a certain day once a week, but then I realized very quickly, like, then it's forced if I just like make myself come up with a new subject to talk about. So that's kind of why I invited Dustin on again, was just like, number one, I'm always looking for guests. Number two, I like believe in his ability to like want, because like I've invited people on that I can tell just aren't like, they're not as into it, and Dustin is aware, like, it's just conversation, like, for entertainment, and
Exactly.
You're a YouTuber, so you're used to talking into a microphone anyway, so
Exactly.
and
I just like to talk in general. Like, this is my personality. Like, if we ever meet in person, it's gonna be the same thing. Like, there will never be a dull moment. No. Like, Trav and I can just talk, and our conversations, like, you've literally witnessed it, of like, like, I'm gonna put you all in your place and tell you about my life right now and my girlfriend and my kids that I love, and then like we're talking about guitars, and then we're talking about beers. Like, it's just it's.
And then when me,
it's crazy.
Like Mike and Willard, or all them back, like that was when it was when conversations exploded. Like, I don't know, but at the end, of the day, I always just like talking to you. Like, I don't know, because like I'm much better one-on-one anyway. But there's a lot more pressure when there's like everyone. Like, I don't know, but I would like to thank Dustin for coming on again. Appreciate the heck out of you, and
thank you for having me, sir.
Subscribe to his Minecraft channel. Is there anything you would like to add before we say goodbye?
Just that I love you guys. And
even though we don't know you, you're strangers.
Right? I'm strange. Yeah, we don't know you, but I love you. We love you. So, kind of have an idea for a series on my channel similar to this, where we talk. And actually, I want my first episode, and I want to tell you about this guy, Trav. There's a guy that watches my videos that reached out to me, and I finally talked to him, like, over Xbox for the first time. His name is Sean. Sean is a retired firefighter and a retired police officer who lives with Parkinson's. And he literally found comfort through my content. Like, it has helped him cope with his Parkinson's, and I think that is incredible. And I would love to have my first episode of like kind of like a talk show type thing, like with what you do, and have him come on there and like talk about his disability and how he copes with it, because I think it would really help people. So if you guys do subscribe to my channel, keep a lookout for that. And I will be definitely in more of the Trav's Talks. I don't even have Trav on here. I will have Trav on my show.
New title, everyone. Trav's Talks. You were
Trav's
like,
Talks.
in the Trav's Talks. All right, guys. You guys will be hearing us later. Trav out. Peace out. Dustin out.
See you.
And that's it.
Bye. Bye-bye.